there, welcome or welcome back to our channel. As we started this journey, a big question we've had is, what is it really like to live in a camper? And that's pretty hard to describe unless you do it. But you know, I've done a camper tour video, and I'm going to do a how I homeschool in a camper video soon, so be watching for that. But today I'm going to really just highlight a couple of my favorite items that we've used. I think I'll probably do an update to this later as seasons change, but so far these have been our top items that we have liked to use in the winter in a camper. Okay, number one of our favorite things in the winter in a camper is like a portable space heater. We have a main heating system in our camper, but we've learned that it doesn't take a lot to heat small spaces. If we do use the main heater, it either pulls a lot of propane or it takes a lot of electricity. Right now we're set on 2 different breakers, so we try not to trip those as much as possible. So what we do is we have this little heater that we keep on a separate cable. That way it's not on the main system. And then we have another one hooked in through the camper as well. So if you've seen our camper tour video, you know it's kind of set up in 3 sections. We have our bedroom, which has sliding doors. We have our main living space with a bathroom, and then we have our back bunk room where the girls sleep, which also has sliding doors. And we've learned it's a small space. If you close those doors, you can really insulate it and heat it easily. So for example, this little guy, I think it's maybe $15 at Walmart. This heats our bedroom perfectly. It's been great all winter. We haven't, honestly, right now especially, it's getting down the 30s and 40s at night. I can't put it above the #1 setting, and then it's got a thermostat set because we'll get too hot. We have another one I'll show you in the girls' room that has a temperature select, and they all have the safety settings where if they get knocked over they turn off and all those things. So that way it's very easy to heat just the small spaces because we don't really need to even heat this middle space. And then when we are here during the day, we just pull the heaters out in here. And that saved us a lot because we have barely used propane. We really just use it for cooking and for the hot water heater. So that saved us a lot on that. Number 2. On this one is something we definitely learned as we got here, is that we're in Tennessee and the winters here aren't extremely cold, but they are very damp, and it's a very humid environment, which I knew of the summers, but you just don't think of it as much in the winter. So in a poorly insulated camper, like I just mentioned about the heaters, it hasn't been too hard to keep it warm in here, but we've had a lot of moisture issues. The insides of some cabinets, the windows are always wet. Just a lot of dampness that we've had to fight way more than keeping things warm. So some things that have helped us are dehumidifiers. Okay, these we got off Amazon. Well, we got almost everything off Amazon, but I'll share the link. These are mini dehumidifiers, and you hang it up and it absorbs moisture, and then to dry it out, it has a little plug in the back. You plug it in and it heats it up to dry it out. So I'll show you. This is when it's pretty good, and you'll notice how this one has been in our bathroom, so it gets filled really quick. You'll see how dark it is. So you plug it in and it essentially heats it up and dries it out. These have been good because we do have more bigger dehumidifiers that sit on a counter, but we don't have much counter space. And with a 1-year-old, we can't put things like that on the floor. So we only have 2 of those. We have one in the kitchen and one in the back girl's bedroom where the baby can't get it. So we needed a little more than that. So this way we can put one in our bedroom, one in the bathroom, and then we have a few out here by the windows. But that has really helped us with keeping a little bit of dampness under control. It's just an ongoing battle. Hey everybody, I am back with item 3, and you'll notice, yes, there was a break. In between item 2 and item 3, I realized that it was absolutely impossible for me to finish this video with my children in the camper. My battery died, and yes, we had tornado warnings and went to a hotel for the night because a camper is not the best place to be when that's going on. So a lot has happened, but thankfully it's just been a moment for you. So let's continue. Item number 3 that has helped us out a lot in the camper is a battery operated vacuum. This is obviously just the bottom part. The brand I have here is Musu. I'll put the link to the one I think we have. I think it was originally a gift. It has a battery pack, so you can go cordless and then just charge it. And then it's got a carpet and a floor adapter. And it's been great just because I don't want to mess with more cords. I was having some issues with it, but I cleaned the filter out really good, bought some new filters. So that's been fantastic. The big reason why is because you hear a lot of people talk about how, you know, when you're in a small house, tiny house, a camper, or something small, that it's really fast to clean up. It's really easy to clean. And that is pretty true. It doesn't take long to, you know, Swiffer the linoleum or sweep up or something. However, the reverse is also true, that it is really easy and really fast to get dirty. So it kind of feels like you're vacuuming all the time. And of course, those of you with kids know that this is pretty much true anyway. So 3 kids, baby dropping food on the floor, people tracking in stuff. Cleaning is just kind of a constant cycle. If not, it just gets really cluttered, really messy, really fast. So that's been super helpful in keeping everything just moving real quick. We keep it in the corner or in the bathroom. You can grab it, sweep up, the girls can do it. So it's been a big help. All right, number 4, and this has been a good winter one. This is kind of strange, but an electric kettle. Again, I think this is from maybe Walmart. It says Bodum is the brand. I'm not kidding. Bodum. We got this a while ago. We had it at our house. It has like a base it sits on that plugs in. I didn't unplug it all. But yeah, it's just a kettle for heating water, which sounds kind of silly, but it's really been a lifesaver. Number 1, because my husband loves coffee. I love hot tea, but also some other ways we didn't expect. So for example, with our hot water heater, because it's on the propane and we try to save on propane, we don't keep it on all the time. So when we think we're going to need hot water, we flip the switch. You have to wait about 20 minutes for it to fill up and then use it. So occasionally I've really needed some bottles washed for the baby, or I just want to do a few quick dishes, but I don't want to flip it on, wait 20 minutes. I don't really need a full tank. I just heat up some of this, and there you go. This little guy is our big number 5. This is just one of those removable wall hooks. You get them at Walmart. You see them a lot around Christmas time. They have the little sticky thing you can put on it. This has the backer comes off so that then you can pull it, and it basically is, I think they call it damage-free hanging. But these have been great. That we also have some clear ones if you don't want them to be as noticeable. We've used this for so much. I'm going to show you. Obviously, you'll see my husband has a lot of hats. So Ryan's got a ton of hat hangers in there. We've used them for jackets for the girls. That way they can just hang their coat when they come in the camper. Some of our little dehumidifiers hang on these. At Christmas time, we hung our stockings on these. So these have been great. They go everywhere. And again, it's nice because you can move them if you change your mind or want something different. But these have been very, very helpful. I'll show you some of the ways we've used them. Really cheap and just another good way to organize some stuff. All right, so that's our 5 favorite things that have helped us in a camper this winter. Not all are winter items, but this is more, I guess, what we'll call winter edition, because I'm sure we might be back with some more. So things are going good in the camper. This is definitely doable with kids. Just think about what you're getting yourself into, right? And be ready to adapt. Be ready to just adjust and be flexible and make it the best that you can and make it home the best that you can. And always remember why you're doing it. What is the purpose behind it? Is it to save money? Is it because you're building a home? Is it because you're traveling? And always keep that in mind and just enjoy the journey. All right, we'll see you next time.